Hello viewers, welcome to a very brand new episode of Autobahn, the Motor Biography. Volkswagen Indian market vannadinu shesham, they did really well in the segment of hatchbacks, sedan and obviously in the segment of premium sedan class vehicles. പക്ഷേ കഴിഞ്ഞ വർഷങ്ങളിൽ നമ്മൾ കണ്ടത് ഒരു SUV crazy ഇന്ത്യയാണ്. So that's what exactly Volkswagen did with the launch of the all-new premium class SUV, the VW Tiguan. All new Volkswagen Tiguan front side കണ്ടാൽ തന്നെ നമുക്കറിയാം മറ്റ് ഏതൊരു പ്രീമിയം ക്ലാസ് SUV-നെ വെല്ലുന്ന ഒരു സ്റ്റൈലിംഗ് തന്നെയാണ് the all new Volkswagen Tiguan. Especially ഒരു ഫ്ലാറ്റ് ബോണറ്റ് സ്ട്രക്ചറാണ്. They have just a piece of metal with a beautiful two creases running towards the front grille. Yes, Volkswagen's famous the horizontal grille packed with the full LED headlamps. The indicator is a stylish version of the indicator they have integrated into the headlamps exactly. So overall or front styling which nokumo they have maintained that class or premium class they have maintained. Not too much of work or too much of noise they didn't create in the front side. That is exactly what Volkswagen is all about. Here horizontal grille what they have done is they have a 3D three-dimensional design they have provided with the chromium plating all over with the black and chromium finish that looks very premium from the front side of the all new Tiguan. Your bonnet section നമ്മൾ താഴത്തേക്ക് വരുന്ന സമയത്താണ് we have this air dam area ഒരു honeycomb design regular what we see in Volkswagen. ആ ഒരു honeycomb design integrated with the fog lamps. So all over in the front side ൽ ഒരു ഏരിയയിൽ ഒരു styling വെച്ച് നോക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ they have not made it too loud ഒരു premium class അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു business class or SUV the styling and these lines makes it more premium and or standard or classy look and touch they have obviously given for the front side of the all new Volkswagen Tiguan. Volkswagen Tiguan ഒരു road presence നെ കുറിച്ച് പറയുമ്പോൾ most of them were like ഒരു road presence ന്റെ ഒരു കുറവുണ്ട്. പക്ഷേ ഒരു side profile ലേക്ക് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇതിന്റെ ഒരു presence from the front side from there when we come to the side profile it is obviously a pretty much ഒരു tall വാഹനം തന്നെയാണ് the Volkswagen Tiguan. Especially with all these your shoulder lining which runs from the A pillar towards all the way towards the tail light that adds on to the structuring of the whole vehicle. Adding to the whole height of the structure, they have this beautiful roof railing and overall a chromium strip that runs around the window. With the 17-inch alloys and a ground clearance of 185 mm, this vehicle is well off the road and pretty much safe enough to take on the off-roads that this vehicle has to take on. Side profile നമ്മൾ നേരെ ഒരു വാഹനത്തിന്റെ rear end ലേക്ക് വരുമ്പോൾ we can see our soberness in the styling they have carried on or not too much of styling, not too much loud, just that they have integrated or full LED tail lamps they have integrated. There are lines running across the rear end of this vehicle, but that is not the only thing. They have this motion sensing boot opening here. You just have to do that and the boot opens itself for a squared boot space. 615 liters of space in the boot we have, and we have also the 60-40 splitting of the seats of the rear end. So total seats are down, we get 1655 liters of boot space with the seats down we get. With the seats up or squared or 615 liters of boot space we get. That is not the only thing. They have a lot of stuff here. They have a small pouch over here, 2 small pouches to save your gadgets and things that you might carry around. The spare wheel is under here. They have a flat bed for that. An interesting factor they have added this time with the Volkswagen, they have a self-healing tires. In case of puncture, there is a gel inside this tire. It heals itself. So, we puncture small punctures and scratches, it will heal itself. It's like a magic. So that is one important factor that the Volkswagen has implemented in this premium Tiguan. So, we are in Volkswagen Tiguan. First of all, let's go directly to the center console. They have an 8-inch display center console or infotainment system they have. It's large enough. This specification it's pretty good, big enough for this type of vehicle, SUV especially. They have integrated or manual switches they have added across this vehicle. So maneuvering around the infotainment system is much easier, like I said before and in other episodes as well. If taking your eyes onto the infotainment system might get into trouble sometimes. So with the availability of physical switches, it makes more easier. Infotainment system is integrated with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So you just have to connect your phone directly to the infotainment system and you can control the apps and whatever you have on your phone. The touch response is really good. If you go directly above part about the infotainment system, cluster they have added these 2 Acorn vents on top of it. It looks like a one whole system. But I had a suggestion, I had an thing that it would have, if they have integrated our Volkswagen Passat air dam system or one stretch of air dam system would have made your interior look much more premium, but they haven't done that this time. But overall, our feel and touch, like always Volkswagen, it is very good. They have maintained the class, be it the touch of the steering or top of the dashboard. All the touch and feel everywhere inside the cabin is really good. The Acorn system is typically Volkswagen, carried from the older ones. They have this Acorn system, and an important factor that they have added this time is we have 3-way AC controls. So passengers can have another temperature, driver can have another temperature, including our rear end passengers can have another temperature. So 3-zone Acorn control they have integrated this time. That's a pretty good thing, or a premium factor than another. They have underneath the Acorn system, they have this small pouch area where you can keep your phones, you can connect it to the USB, aux or a 12-volt charging point also they have. You can keep it here and charge. From there directly you come to the 7-speed DSG gear system. So it is easily, like I said in the drive, easily maneuvered, and other switches like for the different drive modes is also here, reachable and very nicely felt. You can have it here. The integrated handbrake system. The start stop button is over here, and from there നമുക്ക് അവിടുന്ന് ഡയറക്റ്റ് ഒരു ഇതിൻ്റെ യൂട്ടിലിറ്റി സ്പേസിനെ കുറിച്ച് പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ they have a lot of utility space this time. Be it here ഒരു hidden ഒരു bottle holder thing, you have it here, and it's nicely felt. Our rubber grip is there inside. Here also you have a space for your stuff, and all around the car the utility space is really good in this Volkswagen. See, the glove box is pretty deep enough. Here also you have an opening just next to the driver where you can keep the bills and everything. Then എടുത്തു പറയേണ്ട ഒരു ഫാക്ടർ the door bins, നമ്മുടെ bottle holders ആയി കഴിഞ്ഞാലും മറ്റുള്ള സാധനങ്ങൾ snacks everything can keep. It's very big and very huge, pretty good for 2-liter bottles. ഈ സെൻട്രൽ കൺസോൾ ഏരിയയിൽ നിന്ന് നമ്മൾ ഡയറക്റ്റ് ഒരു ഡ്രൈവേഴ്സ് ഒരു പെർസ്പെക്റ്റീവ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കൺസോൾ ഏരിയയിലേക്ക് വരികയാണെങ്കിൽ, as I said before, the steering of Volkswagen is unconditionally beautiful, and the overall geometry or the radius of the steering is really good. Or flat bottom steering they have provided with almost all controls. Cruise control is over here. You can manage your radio, you can connect to your phone, you can move between the music from here. So all the controls are here. അത് കൂടാതെ ഒരു MID display right in the center. നമ്മളെ RPM meter and speedometer നടക്കായി ഒരു MID display ഉണ്ട്. അവിടെ നമുക്ക് drivers informations like the kilometers, odometer, speed, temperature, everything will be shown there. So overall, your driver's perspective, this car is filled with switches and integrated with technology. Or feel than what you get overall or perspective from the driver. I think your sector, your section, your feel is very premium and very classy. So overall interior of this car പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ചിലപ്പോൾ ഇന്ത്യൻസിൻ്റെ ലൈക്കിൻ്റെ ഒരു രീതിയാണോ എന്ന് നമുക്ക് പറയാൻ പറ്റില്ല. അവർക്കൊരു ലൈറ്റർ കളർ ആണ് നമ്മൾ ഇന്ത്യൻസിൻ്റെ ഒരു ലൈക്സ്. പക്ഷേ they have gone for this full dark or upholstery and leather and whatever the dashboard color is. They have completely engulfed the whole interior with a black color and these few silver linings here and there. For me, that adds on to the class of this, the premium class of this all new Volkswagen Tiguan. നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ തന്നെ lot of features ഒരു premium SUV-ൽ കാണുന്ന അതുപോലെ തന്നെ lot of features they have added on to this, especially this Volkswagen Tiguan. They have the panoramic sunroof over here. It opens all the way towards the rear end passengers. It's a very important thing they have added this time, so it can be operated from here. So overall, നമ്മൾ വാഹനത്തിൻ്റെ ഉൾവശം എന്ന് വെച്ച് നോക്കുമ്പോൾ we have this premium feel, touch and the quality of materials, and the systems and the technologies they have used is up to the notch. And overall, the features and all they have added in this new Volkswagen Tiguan is up to the standards for a premium class SUV. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഇപ്പോൾ Volkswagen Tiguan's rear end സീറ്റിലാണ് ഉള്ളത്. I'll say I'm really impressed. ഒരു ലെഗ് സ്പേസ് നോക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ it's a lot of space. ഒരു ഹെഡ് സ്പേസ് വെച്ച് നോക്കുകയാണെങ്കിലും നമ്മൾ ഈ ഒരു panoramic sunroofന് ആ ഒരു airy feeling also we are getting. So the back seat of the Volkswagen Tiguan is up to notch. ഒരു premium class SUV-യുടെ എല്ലാ ഫെസിലിറ്റീസും എല്ലാ ഒരു ഡയമെൻഷൻസും this Volkswagen Tiguan gives, especially with lot of touches. നമുക്കൊരു tray table we are getting here. We are getting a tray table, or a first class flight feel we get. And a very interesting factor is or a friendly driver or headrest it can be adjusted like this. That's an interesting thing. If I talk about the comfort level, really firm, really comfortable and really airy or feeling on the rear end of the Tiguan. Especially എടുത്തു പറയേണ്ട ഒരു കാര്യം, നമുക്ക് ഈ വാഹനത്തിൻ്റെ പുറം വശത്ത് നിന്ന് നമുക്ക് കാണുമ്പോൾ ഒരു കോമ്പാക്ട് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു കോമ്പാക്ട് ഫീൽ അല്ല when you get inside this car. That is the first thing that you notice once you get inside this car. And especially the seating arrangement and the space you get while you're seated is really nice, or very comfortable seating for two. മൂന്നാമത് ഒരാൾ വന്നാൽ തന്നെ നമുക്ക് ഒരാളെ ഫിറ്റ് ചെയ്യേണ്ട ഒരു സ്പേസ് you have right here in the center, but ഒരു huge tunnel you have it here. പക്ഷേ adjustably ഒരു third person can be adjusted here, but for two people it's a perfect seating position and seating comfort at the rear end. And obviously you have an armrest here with the two cup holders, you have it here. Adu koodade if you want to reach to your boot, you can just pull this down and go reach for the boot space and to get something from your luggage. That can also be done. So overall the seating comfort at the rear end is too good for the Volkswagen Tiguan. നമ്മൾ ഇന്ന് ടെസ്റ്റ് ഡ്രൈവ് ചെയ്യുന്ന Volkswagen Tiguan സ്പെസിഫിക്കേഷനിലേക്ക് പോവുകയാണെങ്കിൽ, yes, it has got a 7-speed automatic DSG gearbox. Engine specification പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ it produces about 143 bhp of power at around 4000 rpm and about 340 Nm of torque, starting very low at 7750 rpm ൽ തന്നെ 340 Nm of torque it can produce. Under 2000 rpm, as I said, ഒരു diesel engine lag is you can feel, but once the engine opens up, when it's on the highway, it's a beautiful cruiser. You won't believe the way this car you can handle this car, the drive it gives. A beautiful drive on the highways. As a cruiser, it's a beautiful SUV, I should say. But if you talk about the positioning that you're sitting on, our drive comfort, you feel more of you are inside a car than an SUV. Our feel when you drive this Volkswagen Tiguan. Adds on to the driving comfort, our visibility level is increased with a wide windscreen and a very small A-pillar. That it overall enhances our driving capability or visibility. It increases. Nalloru on the road or feel when you drive this SUV Volkswagen Tiguan. Compiling with this beautiful steering, as all the most of the Volkswagens has, you have a beautiful steering geometry and the control you get while you driving, while you use the steering, and our stability is there. A very light or orientational steering alla, or heavier side or slighter heavier side or steering that gives, as I said, a cruiser ayond or a highway cruiser and or capability or vahanam ayond or lightly heavier side steering ayond, you get a better control on the car and better control on the steering as well. A very responsive and a very prominent steering control, as well as a very refined engine that you have in the Volkswagen Tiguan. 7-speed or DSG automatic gear system what we have in the Tiguan. അത് നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ തന്നെ ഒരു under 2000 rpm ആ ഒരു ചെറിയൊരു ഫീൽ that you get while moving on to the higher gears അല്ലെങ്കിൽ lower gear that you don't feel once you go on the highway. ഒരു കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ഒരു നമുക്ക് ആ ഒരു ഫീലിംഗേ, ആ ഒരു ഗിയർ ചേഞ്ച് ഷിഫ്റ്റിംഗ് ഒരു ഫീലിംഗേ ഉണ്ടാവില്ല. അത്ര നല്ലൊരു ക്രൂസർ തന്നെയാണ് the Tiguan. But in case you feel underpowered and you want to overtake, അങ്ങനത്തെ ഒരു സിറ്റുവേഷൻ വരികയാണെങ്കിൽ obviously you have this sport mode here. You can use it on the gear lever, or you have this cruise control option over here to cruise while you are on the highway on a steady drive. Overall, a very beautiful refined engine, well established steering response and steering geometry, what you find in most of the Volkswagen. Overall, a complete driving package thaneyanu the Volkswagen Tiguan. If Volkswagen Tiguan braking and safety features ne kurichu parayanengil, yes, like in any other premium SUVs, you find in fact better ഒരു braking system you get in this Volkswagen Tiguan, including a 6 airbags throughout the car. About a safer car, a better braking system, ABS, EBD, everything is included in this new Volkswagen Tiguan SUV, a premium SUV. Another factor, Volkswagen Tiguan, what we have is these different drive modes we have. Rock, even sand, slush, our drive modes you can shift with a small little knob over here, and an individual setting the option where you can actually change the dynamics according to the individual preferences, like what dynamics that you want to drive, and you can set that with the individual driving modes that you have it over here. Overall, yes, all-wheel drive options are also there, inclusive with that. Overall, a perfect SUV level vahanam thaneyanu. But taking into consideration our ground clearance level, 149 mm of ground clearance is what we have in this vehicle. Adu consider which nokumbol. But with the drive that I have taken till now, it's pretty good an off-roader. We didn't scratch the belly at least once. A very comfortable off-roader as well as a very beautiful highway cruiser on the Volkswagen Tiguan. Overall, your Tiguan test drive, what I felt is it runs like a car with all the qualities of an SUV. Is the perfect package what you get with the Volkswagen Tiguan. അപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെയുള്ള ചോദ്യം ഇതാണ്, where does really the Volkswagen Tiguan stand? Performance and feature list നോക്കിക്കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ it is very closely standing next to the BMW X1, Audi Q3 and one of the favorites, the Mercedes GLA. പക്ഷേ പ്രൈസ് റേഞ്ച് വെച്ച് കമ്പയർ ചെയ്ത് വെച്ച് നോക്കുമ്പോൾ it stands also very closely to the Toyota Fortuner, higher end version of the Toyota Fortuner, the Ford Endeavour. It's up to you to decide, but for me, it's one of the best premium class SUV that we have it in India right now. Until we see you next time with a very brand new car and a very brand new review, this is Avinash Girija signing off with the reporter crew. Thank you so much.